This is Ashley.
And I'm Hannah.
And welcome to the first episode of Let's Babble About. I know there's like a ton of other podcasts out there, right? I've always wanted to do one.
Yeah.
Because I'm a follower, I'm a sheep. But I just could never come up with I don't know, I could never come up with what to do with the podcast, you know?
I'm not really a podcast person, but I find the concept of them interesting.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, you can listen, learn.
Yep.
Kind of like hang out, I guess. I don't know. I've always liked it. I've always liked being able to hear all these different people and what they have to say.
But like podcasts have also there's like a more of them since like COVID and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We're post-COVID though, so we're cool.
Yeah,
we're not one of those.
So cool.
Yeah. We're the posts. So I think for this podcast, we don't really have a central theme besides just talking about, babbling about whatever comes up in our minds, you know?
Yep.
Does our opinion matter? No, not at all. But
not one bit.
We're going to put it out there.
Yes. Because opinions are like assholes. That's what my mother always tells me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that saying. It's not my favorite, you know.
If we have any controversial opinions, we'll probably keep them to ourselves. Because we don't want to get canceled.
Nope. We've made this podcast just to be dumb and have fun. We're dumb and fun. That's all we are.
She's more of a dumb. I'm fun.
Yeah, a little bit. That's true. It's a tiny little bit. I mean, I feel like I share a good part of the fun. Like, I share most of the letters. You have the edge of, like, the N.
What do you mean? What am I, the Z?
No, the entire... Wait, what? Fun, F-U-N.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the alphabet.
The N. What? Funs?
I thought we were talking about the alphabet. You just had one section of the alphabet and I was just the Z.
When did I even mention the alphabet?
You said something about letters and that's what my mind went to.
What? Okay, yeah. I don't know. You're going to go back on this and you're going to hear what I said and you're not going to understand why you came up with this response.
I don't understand half the stuff that I come up with. So
yeah, I don't remember half of the stuff that I say, and you don't remember most of the stuff that you even say. So that's good.
I remember what you say though, because I like to use it against you.
That's not cool. Well, I mean, I feel like I don't feel guilty sometimes because I legitimately don't remember. Like you'll tell me, "Oh, you said this to me." I'm like, no fucking clue. I don't really care because I don't remember. Don't feel bad. I don't remember. Ain't gonna gaslight me.
A phrase that I came up with when I was younger was like, oh, if I don't remember saying it, I didn't say it.
Yeah, and exactly.
A lot of people would get very angry when I would say that and be like, I don't remember saying that, so I didn't say it. Can't put words in my mouth. I
mean, I don't know. I just apologize. I'm like, yeah, I probably said it. I'm sorry.
I denied.
You're a denier?
Yes.
Nope, fake news.
I don't remember.
All right, so I guess we can start going more into the main meat and potatoes of this episode.
Yep. The episode, we have one thing that we talk about, well, a central theme for it, I guess. Keep us on track.
Yeah. We'll try to stay in that bubble, but I don't know. I wasn't very good at coloring in the lines when I was younger, a wee lad. So we might go off the rails a bit, but we try to stay in the theme of the show, of the episode, I mean.
Yeah. This episode's theme is about ghost and paranormal experiences because it's spooky season.
It sure is. It's the holiday season, the Halloween season, more specifically. The funny part is I am very specific with with what horror stuff that I'm into. Like, I am terrified of haunted houses.
Same.
Terrified.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I love to read horror novels and sometimes movies, but mostly novels.
I'm mostly a movie person, but I do enjoy a good horror novel if I can finish it.
Yeah.
There's so many books I can finish.
I don't know. I'm like in the middle for horror games. I don't.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very picky with them. I would say for the most part, I don't really play them, but I don't know. I'm probably more into like action horror because I'm still a baby. So I'm like, oh, you scared me, but I get to shoot you in the face.
Yeah, like Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do survival. That scares me. Or
I don't.
When you have to run around.
Yeah, like Outlast.
And hide. Yeah, I hate it. I'm like, no, just kill me. I'm dead. This is not. I'm not gonna do this.
I think I watched like a walkthrough of both of the Outlast games. Or is there? There's like 2 or 3, but it's very scary. I don't see how people play it because you just run around with a camera while weird, deformed people / creatures chase after you. That's
I can't. Well, no. The funny part is for me, it's part of being. I don't like the feeling of helplessness, and I'm also impatient. So I'm like, most of those kind of games, you have to hide and you have to wait. I hate it. I usually, and I have really bad judgment. So I'll be like, I'll run out as soon as they pass by. And of course, I die.
Fucking whip around.
Yeah. And then I have to do it all over again. And then I get mad because I don't have the patience. So I love asking you this question. Would you ever go ghost hunting?
I was actually thinking about this the other day when I was in the bookstore. Realistically, no, but at the same time, the idea of it kind of intrigues me because I like watching like Ghost Adventures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the aspect of like something following me home and I'm having to go to like a priest to have them bless me in my house.
So you make it sound like it's too much work. You're like, oh shit, I got fucking chosen by a demon. I had a busy schedule this week, demon. Now I have to go get an exorcism.
Yeah.
You're like such an inconvenience. I'm sorry. I need to haunt somebody. Casper, what the fuck? I told you not this week, man. Like, I don't know. I didn't think about that. I was thinking more, okay, if I had the opportunity, I would do it because I think everyone should, right? Because then it would show us, like, personally, we would get to experience whether or not paranormal things exist, right? We each get our own experience. And I think that's what I would want. Yeah. I would be terrified. Absolutely terrified. I'd probably be crying in the corner as soon as I walked into like a haunted house. But yeah, just getting to actually experience it and then possibly experiencing a paranormal event. Yeah, I think it would be worth it.
I think I'd more so like to just go to like a haunted location to tour it. And then if something were to happen, cool. But I don't know about like
going. That would not be your response. They'd be like, no, this room is known for ghostly activity. And you look in and something like flies at you. You would scream at the top of your lungs.
I would literally.
You wouldn't be like, hey, that was pretty cool. No.
I think I'd probably be able to do it too if I was going with somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe that would help. I would have to stay the night with them too, though, because there's no way I'm going home to be by myself after just getting a ghost whisper.
I don't know. You would need consent first.
Consent? Why?
Well, I mean, it's like, oh, okay, bye, guys. And you just like turn around. They're like, Hannah, go home. You're like, no,
No.
I live with you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this demon with me because now
It's
I
our
have to go
problem now.
exercise it.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a whole week, man.
That's the kind of person I am, though. Like, if I'm going through something, you got to go through it too. I'm not going through this
That's
by
nice
myself.
to know. Like, hey, just letting you guys know, you should probably all clear your schedules.
For the next
Because
week.
I'm going to be really busy and so are you. What would you go to? Like, what would be a place that you're willing to go to, and then a place where it's like, no, I would not do any ghost hunting there.
Well, the Winchester Mystery House is something I also think I would want to go visit. I don't know about ghost hunting because it's a very confusing place, the way that the lady built it.
Yeah,
she
that's
built
true.
it because she was like, I'm not going to let the ghosts get to me. They don't know which door to go through.
That is true. Yeah. I would probably do, yeah, probably just like homes. I would stay with those.
Do you go to the exorcism house? The real house? For the exorcism?
That's what I was gonna move on to. Like, would you do a demon?
Hell no. Oh.
A demon infested house, like reports of a demon? I probably wouldn't. I'll stay with my plain old ghosts. I'm not gonna mess with a demon.
I'll deal with the angry, scary old man who's just angry that he's dead, not the thing from the underworld that has powers.
You just go into the house like, hey, get out. You're dead. You'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. All right. Bye.
Oh, that reminds me of an episode of Ghost Adventures, which I'm going to mention this probably a lot this episode, where Zach Bagan, he owns like this museum full of like haunted items and stuff. You literally have to sign like a consent form to go in.
Yeah.
But they did an investigation inside of it, and they somehow were able to get like the actual Annabelle doll there. But the guy had one rule, and he was like, do not touch the doll, like, at all. I'm the only person that can touch it. And I think it was like towards the end of the episode, Zach ends up touching it, and he's like, well, it was just calling to me, like it wanted me to touch it.
Yeah, I don't know, because that Annabelle doll stuff, I mean, it's a cool thing, but I don't know. I don't know if it's exactly 100% true. Could be.
Yeah. I'm not going to find out, though.
I am dubious.
I was shocked to find out that it was just a Raggedy Ann doll. I thought it was like some creepy Victorian.
Well, the funny thing is, in the movies, they make it creepy.
Yeah.
They make it into like a ceramic or porcelain doll.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, man. And then when you look at it in the movie, I remember seeing the trailer for the first Annabelle movie. And when they showed the doll, I was like, who the fuck would buy that?
Yeah.
Like, why would you be in some antique shop and you see that and your first thought is, yeah, I should buy that for my daughter.
Yeah.
She'll love it. Absolutely.
I actually have like a collection of dolls. It wasn't me getting them. It was my grandmother. I'm scared of the dolls.
Well, that's what, like, the actual Raggedy Ann doll, I mean, it looks silly, but I can see how it moved around more, right? Because, I mean, it's like a cute little Raggedy Ann doll. You're not really going to think about it at first. If it was a creepy porcelain doll, you'd be like, fuck no, I'm going to put that in the closet deep down. Like, you're not seeing the day of light. The light of day, not the day of light. I said that completely backwards.
You're not seeing the day of light.
You're not. That's how far I'm going to bury you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also have another mini topic for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
So what about horror movies? What do you feel about them?
That's literally all I watch.
Interesting. think that.
Yeah, that's. You look on my Netflix, it's just horror, thriller, and then like a little bit of like SpongeBob and stuff. Even though SpongeBob's not on Netflix, but
I thought you were gonna say like Korean drama or something. Like, yeah, I like to watch some a little bit of SpongeBob, a little bit of Transformers on the side. What is that one kids channel? The Coco Lemon,
Coco Melon?
or whatever. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that. Like, yeah, I also dabble in a Coco Melon. On Thursdays. The reason I thought about horror movies was because earlier I was browsing on Netflix and it was desperately trying to show me something that I would like so I wouldn't leave the app. And it was showing me some zombie movies I guess I had seen. It was trying to recommend it to me again. And it got me thinking, like, there's so many zombie movies and I guess like vampire movies when it comes to like creature flicks like that. I don't know. I'm always so bothered by the fact that they just never, ever know that it's like a zombie, which I understand why. Because if they knew, like, oh, no, that's a fucking zombie, just shoot in the head.
Yeah.
Like, the movie would be over in 10 minutes.
I don't like zombie movies. I don't watch them, so I have no opinion on this.
Yeah, I there are some good ones. I like the Dawn of the Dead, I think. It was released in, I might be thinking about Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 version. Really good. Really good film.
Is it like a comedy too?
No, it's an action.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Shaun of the Dead. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. I'm just kidding.
I'd say I heard it's funny. What do you mean?
Yeah, there's certain zombie movies where I'm like, oh, all right. I think what bothers me the most with these kind of films is the ones where it takes them a very long time to realize what they have to do.
Oh,
like I don't know. I can't suspend my belief that much. Like, usually they get access to weapons or something pretty early on in the movie. And it's like, for some reason, they hit every other body part except for the head. And then I think I've seen a few films where they hit him in the head, zombie dies, and they're like, whoa. And then they proceed to not do that with the next zombie. I'm like, just hit it in the head. You just did it.
Maybe in that movie universe, there just has never been a zombie movie ever. So that's why true. They don't know.
They don't have horror.
Yeah.
They don't know what feeling afraid is like.
They just sit around watching Coco Melon.
Purposefully getting themselves scared. They don't know that concept.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Yes. Mine would be Hereditary.
Ooh, that movie that's a good one.
Was so scary. I have not watched it since, but I really like it.
I like the movie. I don't think I found it that scary, though. I think I could watch it again.
I think for me, it was one of the rare times, too, where I watched it in the dark. And I should not have, because that scared me. It was really scary.
That is how I felt when I watched The Babadook. I will never watch that movie again.
You see, I thought The Babadook was really stupid. I really thought it was stupid.
Everybody says that when I'm like,
okay,
that movie's good to days out of me.
The kid was super annoying, and I understand it was like he's an uncontrollable kid. I don't remember if he had some, some learning disability, something like that. I don't remember, but I just remember him being so annoying. And just to see, it was mostly just the kid being absolutely infuriating. That was most of the movie. Like, I remember that one scene where I think it was like they're in the car and the mom turns around and she's like, "Why are you like this?" And the kid just fucking screams in her
Oh my
face.
God.
And I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I am the woman right now. I'm like, why? I'm looking at the movie and just like, why are you like this? And the movie just screams in my face. And then the most disappointing part, I went through all this, right? I was a soldier. I went through this child breaking me down slowly, mentally going insane.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, okay, here we go. Here's the Babadook. And then when they show the Babadook, I was like, really? This is it? This is the Babadook? This is what they were scared of. Wow. I was so disappointed.
I kind of feel like I need to rewatch the movie. Because I was younger. I was like in middle school. So if I watched it now, maybe I wouldn't think it was that scary.
I don't know. It was just for me, it really was. It was just this guy, this really tall guy with a white face, and he just smiled. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. That happened to me too with the first Insidious movie. With Insidious, I would say the 2 acts were really scary, terrifying. And then I think I watched this in the theater too, so I was extra scared.
Ooh.
And then it was the 3rd act, the climax of the film, right? I think I can remember this. They go down into like this basement area or this boiler room area. And I think it's the main guy. He's in there. I don't know. He saw the demon somewhere. He was in this room or something. He goes into this room and then you see the demon. He crawls on the wall. You see him in the back as they're like focused on the main guy. You see something crawling in the background. And then he like whips around because he hears something and it pans over to the demon. And I shit you not, it looked like fucking Darth Maul. And I started laughing.
Oh, yeah.
It caught me off guard. I was so scared because, like, you see, you hear whatever, you know, the demon is there. And then you're like, holy shit. And then it cuts to the guy, and then you just see something appear behind him, and it's fucking like Dollar Tree version of Darth Maul. And I started laughing. It was so funny. I was not scared for the rest of the movie. Maybe every single time. And then he had like this shitty haircut. Like he just fucking left the barber halfway through. He's like, oh shit, I forgot I have an appointment. Just leapt out of that barber chair. And he's like, I'm here, guys.
Bro, yeah. Everybody that, well, at least on Twitter, everybody will post like a screenshot from that scene. It's just like, this scene scared the living lights out of me. I think you're the first person ever to say that it was...
I laughed. I'm not even kidding. I fucking laughed because I saw the hair and the face, and I thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, really? Like, yeah. This is what you're scared of?
Yeah, Dollar Tree Darth Maul.
I'm looking at the photo too. He even has a fucking ear piercing. Like, no. This is a guy that you would see walking into a Hot Topic. Like, this is the demon you're scared of? I think I saw him last week in the mall. Okay, so I think we can get to the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about our paranormal experiences.
Cue spooky music.
So I was thinking for this, kind of wrote some notes so we can remember. We have a lot, which is, I don't know if that's worrying or not, but I think maybe we can each do one story and we go back and forth. I don't know who wants to start first.
I could go first.
All right.
So this isn't necessarily like a one-off experience. It's like multiple. A little bit after my grandmother died, she had like this specific scent that I think it's like this perfume. Mm-hmm. And I always was just like, I really hate the smell of this perfume when she was alive. Okay. I never told her that. Never told her that. Keep that in mind. I never told her I didn't like it. But a little bit after she died, I was sitting in lunch and there was like this strong gust of wind that goes by, and I just get a whiff of that smell, and I'm like, what
Mm-hmm.
the hell? And so for like, I would say like maybe like 3-4 months straight, every now and again I would just smell it. I'm like, oh, that's my grandmother. She's telling me, hey, I'm here. But I don't know
She's
why.
nearby.
Yeah. I don't know why she decided that. Well, how she knew that.
Maybe she knew.
Yeah.
Maybe one day she overheard you. She's like, you were just somewhere and you said, oh my God, man, I really hate that perfume. She's like, that little bitch.
I'm going to come back, and every time I'm near, you're going to smell it.
Gonna throw a bottle at you.
Yeah.
Throw a ghost bottle. There you go. Smell me.
I think my mom has like the actual perfume, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the bottle that your grandmother used, or?
No, she just has like the scent that she used.
Oh, okay.
But,
That's a cute one.
yeah. But I think I stopped smelling that specific smell.
After you got COVID.
No. No.
No, Hannah's never gotten COVID. She's one of the lucky ones.
I think it was like my first day of junior year. For some reason, I was like really nervous that day. And every class that I went into, I would smell that perfume for like the first 15 minutes. I think that was the last time that I've smelled it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. That's
That's a nice one.
What's your experience?
Oh,
Scary.
none of them are cute. No.
Oh, fuck.
I wish I had a nice one. So I think I'll do like a fancy restaurant does. I'll do a course meal, right?
Yeah,
Start off
ease me
small.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess this one would be more paranormal, I guess. When I was in elementary school, I don't remember what grade exactly. I remember we were outside. We were doing the physical education as a child does. And we were out on the basketball court. And so obviously it's a basketball court, open area. And then I just remember, what were we doing? I don't remember what we were doing exactly, but we were playing this game and I was waiting in line with a few other kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember looking up to the sky because I don't know. I think something caught my eye, like something moved past and it caught my eye. And I looked up and I remember seeing this, like, I guess 3 orbs just floating in the air.
Ooh.
Like together. They were forming kind of a triangle.
Oh.
And I remember them. It was just there in the air. Like they were kind of flat discs, I guess would be a better description. And I looked at them and then I looked away and then I did a double take because it just like registered in my mind, like, whoa, wait a minute. This is a weird shape and it's just sitting there. And then when I looked back, it was still there. But as soon as I looked at it, it was so weird. It just went like hyper speed, whatever. It just went away.
Damn.
But I could see it move. It just went away from us in the other direction. And it was just so fast. And that one was really weird. But I don't think I've ever seen another like UFO kind of thing. After that, I've never seen anything else. But I do remember seeing that and I'm pretty sure it wasn't just me because there were other kids behind me. And I think 1 or 2 had seen it too. So I'm not alone.
Good.
Okay. I don't remember who the kids were. So if somebody's like, give me proof, I'd be like, I don't know.
We have to track down those kids and interview them.
Yeah, exactly.
Random time.
If they can remember.
An UFO.
So do you have another paranormal experience?
Yeah, it's takes place in my grandmother's house. Mm-hmm. It's also a little bit after she died. It was
your
Christmas.
Was definitely going for you.
Yeah. She knew I didn't really like the paranormal like that. I always was like I don't ever want to see like shadows or anything like that of like any of my relatives.
Yeah, because it's just the reason I kind of joke about it is because I've heard other people say, oh, my loved one always loved like a particular animal or something, or a bird. So they would see these like a hummingbird. And then you're like, no, I just smell and I see things or I hear things.
Yeah. It was Christmas and there's this room in her house that I haven't told you this, but I'm definitely afraid of this room. Not like now anymore because I'm older. But when I was younger, it was my great grandmother's room. And after she died, I refused to go in it because I get this vibe from it. I don't know. It feels eerie and I don't know why. She was a nice lady. I knew her. She was really nice. So I don't know why I get that vibe, but I was walking past it. And as I'm walking past, it's pitch black in there. There's nobody in there. I'm walking past and I hear, I miss you. And I sprinted all the way back. And I was like, what the hell? And everybody was like, Hannah, what?
Like it's like good intentions. Yeah. But it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell? And my mom was like, Hannah, what's going on? I was like, I just walked past Mommy's room. That was what I called her. And I heard, I miss you. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, well, your grandmother always did say that she does think that Mommy does sometimes come here and visit. And I'm like, that doesn't really comfort me, I guess. I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's nice to know that she's, she still thinks about me if that was her. Or if it was my grandmother, but I don't know why she would be in that room specifically. But yeah, that experience scared the daylights out of me. It reawoken that fear of that room. So yeah, I haven't been there to our house in a while for other reasons.
See, like that's interesting too, how some people they see it as a comforting thing, right? Like, oh, they're reaching out to me. They want to speak to me. They're letting me know they're okay. And then there's someone like you where you're like, fuck that, dude. Why'd you have to do that? Just write me a note. Say, hey, I'm doing all right. Like, all right, cool. Don't speak to me.
Yeah. I was fine with my grandmother, just, her letting me know she was there with that perfume smell, even though I didn't like it. And I still would like to know how she knew that because I never told her. I would rather that than someone whispering, I miss you in a pitch black room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they thought about the optics.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she didn't know. So, but how, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about the logistics of the afterlife and how spirits communicate with each other. I don't know how they do.
They probably told her, you have this one shot. You want to do it? She's like, all right. Is it going to scare him? Yep. All right, whatever. Only get one shot. Fuck it.
One shot, one opportunity.
Exactly.
So what's your other experience?
So this one is like my defining ghost experience. So one day I was, of course, a youngster. It would be scary if I was older. I was in my mom's room. I would say, how old was I? I was probably 12, a teenager. I was in my mom's room and I had been hanging out with my mom, my sister, and my nephew, who was, I would say, like 6 months at the time. He was a baby. And we were all in my mom's room. And she has this master bedroom. And when you're sitting, there's a bench on the end of the bed. And so when you're sitting on the bench, and if you look to your left or your right, depending on how you're sitting, but on the side, there's a hallway in the room, and there's a hallway, and it leads to the main hallway. And so when you walk through the bedroom hallway into the main hallway, the first room on your left is the laundry room. and there's no other room past that. There's just the laundry room. That's the end of the main hallway. One day we were in there, and I don't know why, but my mom and my sister, they had to go out to the store, and obviously they don't want to have to go through the whole process of taking a baby to the store. So they're like, okay, Ashley, can you stay here for a little bit and just, watch over the baby? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I can watch a baby. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
So they leave. House is empty. No one's in there. It's just me and this baby. And so my nephew, he's on the bed, and I'm sitting on the bench, but I'm facing the bed. So the hallway for me, the bedroom hallway, is on my right. And we always leave the door open or my mom does. She leaves the door open into her room all the time. And then the main hallway, we always have a light on. So I was just sitting there playing with my nephew. And then I don't know why, but for some reason, I just had this feeling of being watched. So I look over to my right. I look over, and I'm looking straight down the hallway, and I just see somebody peeking their head out from the laundry room.
What the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure my brain tried protecting myself, because it was like I knew what I saw, but like I didn't. My brain wasn't registering it completely, because then I saw it, and then I looked back at my nephew, and I just remember like I was still playing with him, and then I stopped out of nowhere, because that's when I finally registered what I saw.
Yeah.
And even my nephew, it was so weird. This tiny little baby, 6 months old, even he kind of like stopped, because he was laughing and everything, and he just kind of stopped and looked at me. It was the strangest thing. And I just started feeling this fear, because I knew that I saw somebody looking in.
Yeah.
But I knew again that I had to make sure. So I look over again, and I see the head is still there. It's still like peering out, but it's all gray. Like it's like dark gray. You can see the shape. And it was a pretty tall person. I don't know. I just like could tell probably like 6 foot from where their head was. And I remember them looking over. And when I looked over again, it's like they were surprised, because then they pull back. And then it was maybe a second pause. And I just see this figure, this dark gray figure of a man, walk out of the laundry room and just walk past the bedroom door and down the hallway. And the creepiest thing was the detail. I don't know how, but I could tell it was a man, a tall man, and like wearing a dark gray suit, because it's just the way he moved, and it just looked like a suit. And I was just staring down that hallway. I don't know. I was so scared. I couldn't stop staring. And I finally break contact. I finally look away, and I look at my nephew, and he's like silent. He's just staring at me. And I don't know. I was so scared. And I didn't know what to do. But I remember grabbing my nephew, and I walk down the bedroom hallway, and I peer out. But the thing is, so when the end of the bedroom hallway, it leads into the main hallway, but there's like this wall that kind of protrudes out, because on the left side, there's the laundry room, but on your right, there's a bathroom. So there's a wall that kind of protrudes out, for like the frame of the door frame for the bathroom. So when you walk out of the bedroom, there's still like you kind of have a blind spot where somebody could kind of be hiding in the corner. So I remember walking down, and I just stayed on the edge of the door into the master bedroom, because I was so scared. I didn't know if somebody was waiting in the corner. And then finally, I'm just like, you know what? I have to figure out if there's someone here. I cross into the main hallway and I look down the corner. Nothing, nothing there. I look into and it was scary too because the laundry room's right there.
Yeah.
I look into the laundry room, empty. And I'm just walking down, and I would say that's probably the first time I felt legitimate fear. Like I was clutching onto my nephew, and he was so silent, which made it worse. And I looked around the whole house. There was nothing there. No one was there. That would be my scariest ghost experience. Not my only one, but my scariest for sure.
Bro, I don't see how I would have not have been able to muster up the courage to walk down just to make sure there was nobody there. I probably just left the house, honestly.
I don't know why I did it. I really don't. Like, I probably could have just sat there and waited for my impending doom. But I don't know. Just like I thought I have to see if there is someone here. So they can kill me quicker. Like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Get rid of me.
There was actually someone in the house. They would have gotten you.
Like, you know what? Just do like a fast kill, like fast food kind of thing. Just get it over with.
I think it's interesting too how the person realized, oh, you can see me, and then just decides to walk on out.
Yeah, it was definitely like they were caught off guard that I saw them. Like, kind of like you're looking at somebody without them knowing, and then they turn around and they make eye contact with you. You know, you kind of freak out, right? And that was exactly the reaction that figure had, and I don't like it.
Well, I think we have time for one more ghostly experience. Yeah, mine's kind of same.
I don't mean to trump your paranormal experiences.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so this one is my second scariest. I like to rank them. Usually when I go to sleep, I sleep in the dark. I don't need a nightlight, right? I'm a big girl. And I also tend to lock my door. I don't know why. You know, if there's a fire or something, I'm screwed.
Oh, no. Actually, you're supposed to leave your door closed if there's a fire.
Oh, all right, there we go.
So.
Yeah, see, I knew that. And again, this is when I was living with my parents. So I was trying to go to sleep, and I had my door locked. It was dark in my room. And like I said previously, in our main hallway, we always have the light on. So you can always see underneath the door sill. You can always see the shadows of people walking by. This one, kind of hard. I go back and forth on it because I didn't have my glasses on since I was trying to sleep. But since it was dark in my room, it was kind of easy to see it. It wasn't that hard to see if people were walking by. So I was laying in bed trying to go to sleep. And then I just remember, I don't know why, I had my eyes open and I was looking at the door. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing a shadow of like feet walking. It walked by my door and then it walked back and then it like stopped in front of my door. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe it's my parents, right? They need something. So I'm just laying there waiting. And then I hear like the door rattle. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why they don't knock. They're used to me locking my door.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really strange. Like, why are they trying to open it? I heard it rattle once. I'm like, okay. And I still see the shadow of the feet there. And I heard it again, like they were trying to open it. And I was like, what is going on? Why are they trying to open it? It kept happening. So I thought, well, it must be my stepdad. So I called out. I'm like, well, what do you want? And then as soon as I did that, it stopped rattling. And then I was looking at the door sill and I see the feet walk away towards the direction of the master bedroom. Oh. And I was just thinking, that's really weird. Well, why didn't he say anything? I start walking towards the door, and I open it, and I can hear in the kitchen a conversation between my mom and my sister. They've been talking the whole time. And usually around the time when I was sleeping, trying to sleep, around that time, my stepdad, he works early, or he gets up early to go to work, right? So he usually tends to sleep early. Around that time, he should already be asleep. So that's why I thought it was extra weird. So I go over to the kitchen and I ask my mom and my sister, I'm like, did my stepdad come over here? And they're like, no. Well, huh. So I ask them, well, did you guys need anything? Did you go to my door? They're like, no, we've been here talking the whole time. I start getting freaked out. Like, okay.
Understandably.
Yeah. So I told them, I'm like, well, are you sure it wasn't my stepdad? Because I saw somebody standing by my door and like they were trying to open it. And they're like, no, there was no one there. So trying to protect my psyche, I was like, okay, maybe he didn't come by the kitchen. He just needed something from me. I didn't answer, so he went back to his room, right? That's logical.
Yeah.
So I walk back down the hallway and I go into the master bedroom. My stepdad was knocked out. He was like deep in his sleep.
The hell?
And then that's when I knew. I'm like, that was something else, because I've seen him play around before, and he usually, I can always tell when he's like not sleeping or something, he's faking it. No, he was asleep. I was so scared. I went back into my room. I locked it. I was in a fetal position. I'm pretty sure I turned on a light. I was so scared that, yeah, I don't like ghosts. They're dicks.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, what if that night you would have just had your door unlocked? Like,
yeah.
What would have happened if, just no.
Yeah. I think the rattling scared me, but the part that scared me the most was seeing the shadow of the feet.
Yeah.
Because I remember explicitly how it had walked past my room. It walked past my room towards the right where the kitchen is, and then it walked past again, and seeing it stop in front of my door. I don't know how to process it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight after this.
Yeah, it's the Halloween season. We'll just scare ourselves every day until it's over.
Yep. Oh my God.
Yeah, I had another, if I can throw in a mini one.
Yeah.
Again, with my door. I was just laying in my room. I had the TV on, but otherwise it was dark. And I get up, door's locked again. So I go up to my door. I start reaching towards the handle. And I remember it was a female, some woman, girl, whatever, whispered into my ear, and they said, "Hey." And again, I hated it. And I said, "Get out of here, ghost. I don't want to deal with you right now."
Yeah.
Don't like this.
Bro, did you just live in a fucking haunted house or something?
I don't know. I don't like it.
My grandmother lived in a haunted house for a period of time. I remember her telling me about this one time she was, I think, in the kitchen, and it was at night, and she was by herself. Because I think my mom and her sister, they were like in college. And my grandfather, he was at work, I think. And she was like in the kitchen, and she like saw a car, like a truck, pull into the driveway, and then somebody in a wheelchair get out of it and like come towards the door. But nobody knocked or anything. But she saw truck and the person in the wheelchair get out and come to the door. So she goes and like looks out the door. There's nobody there. Just telling that story is freaking me out.
I don't. Oh, it's when, especially when it gets more, I guess, like complicated like
Yeah.
that. No, that. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. You had a lot of stories from that house. Honestly, I think it would be kind of cool to go in. If I could, if anybody knew like the actual address to it, I would like to go visit it. I don't know why. That'd be the one and only time I'd investigate a house.
See, like again, if definitely if you know it is, I guess, haunted, or there is activity there, yeah, like I would do it too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we're done babbling for
Yeah.
now. All right, everybody. Thank you. This is episode 1. We're probably not good. We're most likely not good at this, but thank you for lending us your ears
Yes.
for a few moments in time. And hopefully we'll continue this
Yeah.
with
This is
episode
fun.
2. Yeah.
I have
It's
no idea what
definitely
episode 2 should be. We'll get to that when we get there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.